Okay, in this video we're going to go over how to create a conversion campaign. And a conversion campaign is basically where you're actually selling something. So if you're selling tickets to an event, you absolutely want to set up a conversion campaign. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay, so just so we're clear, what is an actual conversion campaign? Well, it's basically the ad itself doesn't necessarily look that much different, but what it has is it has a book now type of call to action, something like that, where you're actually selling tickets. And when you click on it, it goes to a landing page. And when they pay, say they come here and actually place a purchase, when they actually enter all the information and hit place order, it would count as a conversion in your ads manager. So like if you look down here, it says there's the campaign for this particular one. We've sold 2 tickets so far. It's a little early in the game, and now our cost per result was $32. Now that's not great, but again, this is just ramping up. There's still another week or so to go before this campaign is over, and so we should see an increase in ticket sales throughout the week as people decide that they want to go, and so our cost per conversion should go down. It'll average out over the amount of money that we've actually spent on the ads. So basically what you're doing in the conversion campaign is that the Facebook is counting the number of sales that you get, and it's calculating that versus the amount of money that you're spending on the ad campaign. So the first thing you need to do when you're setting up a conversion campaign, before you actually set up the campaign, is you need to define how Facebook is going to know when a sale is made. And the way to do that is to come in Ads Manager, and you're going to set up a custom conversion under here, under Events Manager. So like in the one I just showed you, where we're playing in Bradenton, if you click on the specs here, so basically if you scroll down to the bottom here, it says include all URL traffic where the URL contains bradentontyquickcheckout.com. So what happens is, again, when they click on this, the next page they see looks something like this, and then when they hit place order, it goes to a page that looks like this. This is called the thank you page. And the thank you page URL is the one that you want to get right here, bradentonty.quickcheckout.com. And so whenever I defined my my custom conversion, that's what I have on there, bradentonty.checkout.com. So when you create these, it's fairly easy to set up. So again, with your landing page software, you're going to need to know what the thank you page is. So that's really important, depending on whatever, if you're using ClickFunnels, Lead Pages, any of these software or even WordPress, if you're setting up, you need to have a page that is basically the last thing that a customer sees. You need to have a page like that so you can set up this conversion. And the reason it's so important to set up this conversion, I mean, you could send traffic from a Facebook ad to where you're selling tickets and not track the conversion. You could just send traffic there, and then you could look to see the number of sales that you have. But you want Facebook to know when a sale is made, because what it will do is it will start showing the algorithm. Facebook wants you to succeed. So it wants your ads to get conversions because it knows that obviously you're trying to sell something on Facebook. You want to make money. So its algorithm will figure out what people are more likely to purchase tickets than others. So, but it won't know that unless it knows that a sale is actually being made. So it's really important to set this up right. So again, to set this up, so what we want to do is we just want to grab, we want to copy this. We don't want to copy the HTTPS : // We don't want to copy that. We just want to get this part of the URL, and I'll show you why here. So if we're going to go in and create a custom conversion, so it has our pixel up here, and we want all URL traffic, include all URL traffic events that meet the following criteria. The URL contains, not equals. We don't want to put equals in there. because then it's looking for an exact match. We just want to say that it contains this URL. And then you would just name your conversion. I'm going to call this sample because I'm not actually going to save this because I already have it, of course. So and it wants you to select the category because it needs to know. This is kind of set up more for e-commerce, people that track every little thing on their website. We don't necessarily want that. We just want to track. We're just tracking purchases, right? Now you can enter your purchase value in here. So say you're selling tickets to an event and they're all the tickets are $20. You could put that in there in that case, but like with us, we don't really have set amounts. I mean, tickets can vary anywhere from a low of $10 on up to a high of maybe 45. So in that case, we might put an average ticket value, but it kind of negates the effect of this. And this again is not really all that necessary. It's just going to be like, it helps you calculate the value of your advertising versus the actual sales that you're making. So again, that's how you set up the custom conversion. I'm not going to save it because I already have it set up. Now, of course, one critical piece to this is that you must have your Facebook pixel installed on these pages. And if you reflect back on, watch the video of how to install the Facebook pixel and what I'm sure if you're unsure about that. But in this case, like with the thank you page that we have set up here, I would just go in here. If I wanted to double check, I could go into the settings and I could see my custom code, and there's the Facebook pixel. So it's definitely going to be tracking that. So you can't track a page unless you have the pixel installed. Okay, to set up a conversion campaign, you want to click Create. And then, of course, you would name it up here. I'm not going to go through all the motions because it's actually very similar to everything else that we've done so far in the course. So you need to define what your actual conversion is. And so this is basically the place where it's looking for you to tell it, are you using a custom conversion? And yes, we are. We're going to use the Bradenton ticket conversion that we just set up. Okay, and then we're not going to use the dynamic creative or any of that. That's pretty fancy stuff, but you could do that. And then you would just set up your targeting just the same way that I've done in all my previous videos. We could do the targeting. We could do fans of the page, friends of people who like the page, those types of things. Set your placements, do everything like you would normally, and then when you set up the ad, again, you would do everything like you would normally. You would choose your video, put in your copy. But the critical piece, of course, it won't let you do the ad because it needs to know, okay, what landing page are you going to send this to? And in this case, I'm going to send it to this landing page. So I would send it here, and I would set up my headline and do everything just as normal. It should pre-populate with your Facebook pixel down here. And really, that's about it. I mean, it's setting up a conversion campaign is no different than setting up any other type of campaign, a video ad, if you want to use an image ad, or doing all these kinds of things. But basically, all the key difference is setting up that custom conversion, and then of course sending people to a landing page where the actual sale is going to be made. So that's really just about all there is to it.